I think that we showed signs of enthusiasm and kind of stuck with our game plan. I thought we were better from a defensive standpoint in the critical areas tonight. I thought that our work ethic was stronger, but we ran out of bodies. You know, we lost 2 bodies in the first 10 minutes of the hockey game again tonight, and it taxes everybody else. And, you know, and then it showed in some of the, I would call, questionable decisions on when to pinch, when not to pinch, or turnover, those kind of things, position versus the regroup, all that kind of stuff. It's the little things that are costing us in these situations, and that's my message to them was, until we adopt the mentality that we're going to do the little things, we're going to correct all those little things, the work they're putting in, they're not being rewarded for in these last 2 games.
Any update on the 2 guys? I know Franson looked like he got a stick from Carlyle.
He got a stick in the eye, yeah. And Brown, I don't know, it's a lower body injury, if it's his knee or his leg, something to do with his leg, sliding into the boards. His first shift, Franson's first shift, so we're down to 5D and 11 forwards, you know, starting in a back-to-back. So, you know, I have to credit the other guys that, you know, played. They gave it what they had.
Randy, can you talk about the monster? 2 of those shots were tips, which seemed tough to stop.
Yeah, they were tough to stop. You know, and you know, that they were out shooting us at one point, you know, almost double in shots until we finally got something going. So you really can't fault the monster. You know, I thought he gave us a chance in the game. I'm sure, you know, he would like to have the 1 goal back, but he made a heck of a like a pile of saves for us to keep us where we were, and you know, and we weren't able to get the 3rd one to tie the hockey game.
You're able to shut down that mountain line, but is there some work there that Kessel line needs to do in terms of?
Well, I think there's work. I think there's work for our group, not just the Kessel line. You know, again, you know, Kessel scored the goal tonight, and you have to have offense to win in the league, but you also have to have defense. And right now, our mixture hasn't been what's required for success in the last 2 games, but again, I'd like to reward them with their work ethic, because when you lose 2 players as we did last night, and then we lose 2 again tonight, and plus the practices that we've put in, you know, it's been a tough week for these guys.
How tough is this for you? I mean, you're trying to set lines, you're trying to get things organized, and all of a sudden, you know, you lose 2 guys last night, you lose 2 more tonight.
Well, I'll just give you a little hint. The coaching profession doesn't hand you many gifts.
It's fair to say Brad Thiessen stole maybe a couple goals, particularly in the 3rd on that.
Well, I don't know what happened. The one on Bozak, did he get a piece of it, or did Bozak throw it over?
Conley got a piece of it.
Conley hit our own guy.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the kind of thing that goes against you. We had a wide open net, and we hit our own guy, and you know, that's what's frustrating, and that's the hard part about making sure that our players stay positive, because there's lots of positives out of tonight's hockey game.
And with time running out, Randy, do you feel that's your job to keep them positive?
Oh, for sure. That's part of the coaching staff's responsibility. Again, you know, you're going to hear it a lot of times from me. It's about the environment we are able to create for them, and they got to feel good about their work ethic, and I told them so. But again, the mental mistakes are correctable. We have to buy into doing some of the things that the mistakes that we made in positional, mistakes we made at turnovers at inopportune times. Those are the things that we can correct, because it's easily correctable.
What do you think of Carter Ashton's game, and why the decision to put him in now?
Well, we were short bodies, and we really didn't think Mike Brown had a chance to play. And then when we brought Ashton up, we said, we're not going to bring a kid up, and he's not going to sit in the bench. We're going to play these kids. You know, we're going to bring people up, and they're not going to sit on the bench and, you know, not be part of our hockey club. When you bring a kid up, the worst thing you can do, in my mind, is if he's a scorer, you put him on the 4th line and expect, well, what did he do? Put him in where he fits and where you project him to be in your lineup, and let him play his game. And we started him because I think it's important for the kid to get in the lineup right off the bat.
So is he here for the rest of the way then? I'm not quite sure how this works.
Perfectly clear. That wouldn't be my decision totally.
But he represents the 4th call-up. It's no longer an emergency situation.
Yeah, right. He represents the 4th call-up, so we're not allowed anymore.
Right.
But I still think that, I don't know if he can come up and down. I don't know if he can go back down.
Right.
Right now, he's going to be here because we don't have enough healthy bodies.
Yeah.
Randy, what did they show you in the 2nd period, being back-to-backs and now 4 men down?
Well, you knew Pittsburgh was going to come out flying and putting pressure on us in the 1st, and I thought that we were able to regroup, and we did a lot more of the little things. We started to create a little bit more in the offensive zone. We didn't turn the puck over as much. We still were guilty at about the 15-minute mark. We gave them life with turnovers, and we did a couple of Hail Mary plays in the offensive zone that we should have been more conservative with. But those are the mental things that I described earlier that we can get better at, and that's what's going to be demanded of the game.